Rachel Notley is full of fake protestations about being sandbagged by Trudeau when he unilaterally imposed his job-killing carbon tax on everything. Now, this comes after Notley unilaterally imposed a carbon tax of her own in Alberta that will take effect January 1st, 2017. She sandbagged Albertans with a tax she never campaigned on. But Notley, well, she isn't mad enough at Trudeau, or she maybe doesn't care enough about Alberta families to actually join the chorus of Canadian premiers who are vowing to fight Trudeau's new tax. Notley told a crowd at the Alberta Urban Municipalities Association that she will not join the fight against Trudeau's National Energy Program 2.0. Notley said, and I quote, "We are probably farther along the path to agreeing to the principle that a common pricing on carbon across the country is of value. At this point, we are talking with the federal government," end quote. So, Notley wants Alberta just to go along to get along when the feds are kicking us when we're down. There are 200,000 Albertans out of work, and Notley's answer is go along to get along. Now, Brian Jean was in my hometown this week, and I had a question for him. Would he turtle like Notley, or would he stand up with Brad Wall and fight for Canadian jobs? Here's his answer.
Absolutely, 100%. I think we should work with our provincial partners right across the country to make sure that Justin Trudeau and the Liberals understand that this is not a good thing, that we are going to stand up for the people we represent and work together to take on the Liberal government and this regressive carbon tax. People don't really recognize that this carbon tax will make us non-competitive with the rest of the world, especially North America. We're talking about North Dakota or Texas. They don't have a carbon tax. How do we compete with Pennsylvania and other oil-producing jurisdictions when they don't have a carbon tax? It means that we're going to have less jobs here. It means that we're going to be less competitive on the international stage. And ultimately, it boils down to less money in our pockets and less quality of life. And that's not helpful for Canadians.
Notley is twisting herself in knots, and all she can do is nothing. She can't say she doesn't like Trudeau's price on carbon. She just spent the last year telling us all, despite all evidence to the contrary, like recent job losses at Western feedlots, that carbon taxes actually create jobs. Notley would rather go along with Trudeau and watch thousands more Alberta jobs be lost to this NEP 2.0 so that she doesn't have to admit she was wrong. I used to think at some point Notley would have like a come to Jesus moment, when the job losses and hopelessness in Alberta were just too much for her to ignore. I thought she'd have a moment where reality would make her question her own ideology. That was supposed to be this moment. I was wrong. Rachel Notley would rather pretend to be right than actually do the right thing. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Rachel Notley might not be fighting Trudeau's carbon tax, but we are. Go to stopthecarbontax.com and sign our petition.